Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be doing a little bit more of a serious video. I don't even know where to start, honestly. Like, I've had so much wrong with me. So basically what happened was in 3rd grade I started having dizzy spells, nausea, started having like vertigo, headaches, and they didn't know what was wrong with me, so they would send me to get CAT scans and they would try to figure out if something was in my head, like I had something neurologically wrong with me, you know? All kinds of medicines to try to help me with that. I'm doing tests and tests and tests for about a year, and they figured out I had Crohn's disease, and which, if you don't know, Crohn's disease is basically an infection that affects you from your mouth to your anus. It can flare, which means it can like be very painful. Lots of things can trigger that flare, like foods or like activities. Let's see, I'm gonna look it up so I can give you better facts, you know what I mean? Right, so Crohn's disease is a type of inflammatory bowel disease. It may affect any part of the gastrointestinal tract. Signs and symptoms often include diarrhea, abdominal pain, fever, and weight loss. There's no cause or cure for Crohn's disease. They're still trying to figure that out. But in the 4th grade, they finally figured out what's wrong with me. They diagnosed me with Crohn's. They did a colonoscopy. And after that, they started putting me on like medicines. I don't really remember what it was called, but I'm allergic to azathioprine and 6-MP and Humira, but we'll get into that later. In 6th grade, I was off of medication and I started taking this gluten blocker because I thought it would help, and it did. And I took antidiarrheal almost every day. And then for 6th and 7th grade, I was perfect. I was like fine, I was healthy, I felt great. Then in 8th grade, everything went downhill from there. I was on a infusion called Remicade, and then I did Entyvio, and my body got immune to Remicade. So then they decided to put me on this drug called Humira, which is, if you don't know, it's for arthritis, like inflammation in your joints and stuff. So I did 1 injection of that to see if it would help me. It basically inflamed my colon, which is your large intestine, and I started losing blood out of my bum. I hate that so much. I started losing blood out of my bottom, and as you know, obviously that's like not good. So I was losing about 40 ounces of blood a day, which is a lot. And so I got admitted into the hospital. They did an MRI, they did a scope, they did everything. They could not stop the bleeding. And so what they did was they removed 70% of my large intestine. I went to surgery, and then a couple days later, well no, the same the same day they removed my intestines. They placed an ileostomy, which, if you don't know what that is your small intestine stitched on the outside of your stomach at the ileum to create a second butthole. So you basically poop out of your stomach and you have a bag attached to your stomach, and everything goes in there instead of out your bum. I still hate that word, out of your bum. So after that, I got out of the hospital for about a week or 2. I went back in because I was still bleeding out of my bottom, and they don't know what happened. They couldn't figure out anything. So they tried and tried, and then they released me out of the hospital. So I didn't go back to school until March, and keep in mind I haven't been to school yet, so I basically missed a whole year of school. I had been doing homeschool at home. I had been under a lot of stress. I lost hair from the surgery. I got lots of acne. I gained weight. I'll try to put in some pictures right now. That was in 2016, and now it's 2018, and I'm still bleeding. They don't know what happened. They've been giving me Canasis, suppository steroids, which is you stick it up your bottom, pill for your bottom. Then they started doing these other ones like suppositories, but they were a different brand. They were stronger. They did they started me on a new injection called Stelara, and that seemed to be helping. So I'm on that right now, Still get nauseous every once in a while. I don't have much energy. I'm always tired. I never want to get out of bed or do anything. Still learning how to cope with the ileostomy and everything. It's a little easier than when I began and when I first got it. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? I can't never come. And I need you. Oh my god, this all needs to get out of my head. So then in February of 2018, because I'm still bleeding, they took out more of my colon, actually the rest of my colon. So now all I have is this much, and it's called the rectal stump, and it's basically like my butthole. Like, it's just that much left. So I don't have a colon, I just have a butthole. So they took that out, and since I have this much left, I could reconnect my ileum, which is the part that's sticking out of my stomach, back to there, so I could use restroom normally again. But we don't know if that'll happen because it's still inflamed and it's still bleeding. Tomorrow I go in for a colonoscopy, and I'm hoping for the best because my inflammation level was at 1,363 and it's supposed to be under 120. So we're gonna try and pray and hope to God that it's fine and that we don't have to do any more surgery, because if we do, that's the end. Like, I have no chance of having a normal life again. So yeah, that's basically my story. As I was editing, I forgot to tell y'all that if you want to go see pictures of my journey and everything, go check out my dad's channel. He has a video called My Daughter on there, and it'll show you pictures. So if you want to see that, hit the link in the description. Yeah, 'cause I'm cool. Hope you enjoy my story and my background. If you have any questions or concerns and you want to know more, if you want like a video on like my bag and everything and stuff like that, then just leave a comment, like it, subscribe, turn the post notification bell on, and I will see y'all next time. Thank you for watching.